What's up, everybody? Okay. Suddenly commentary by me. But welcome. Yes. So we're gonna help RiYAN for commentary. I get that. You know, if you spend any time on this channel, you'll definitely see Batman. And talking through Batman is always kind of a nightmare sometimes, so I don't mind helping. But yeah, this kind of has a weird start to it, so I guess whenever I see RiYAN reset, I'll just time it accordingly. But we can say maybe 3, 2, 1, go. And you actually start timing... Oop, okay, he needs to reset. I was gonna say, you actually start timing in a really weird way in this game because you have to like buffer the first start input here. So I'll try that again and say 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, there we go. So that actually mattered because if you don't hold start during reset, you actually don't get the Joker glitch set up later on in the run. So I'll just be quiet for a second here. Level 1-1 is like probably the most important screen arguably in the game. And RiYAN's gonna want to leave here with 63 ammo. So he's gonna leave here presumably correctly. Okay, we're good. Oh, I'm sorry, 62. He saved an ammo somewhere. But basically you have 0.3 of a second to kind of like manipulate the first screen for drops, and all of these things right here that he's doing up until this point are going to allow him to have like ammo dropped as well. But you're doing this all within a timer of 0.3, so like if you mess up anything or you take a hit, it actually just ruins the rest of the run. So it's worth noting, RiYAN actually just beat the record when it came to Batman. He beat Endy's long-standing Batman record, and this is what I mean. Like, Batman can just be an awful game. So we're off to a unique start for sure. Would you like to reset, RiYAN? Like, okay. Okay. Alright, we're trying this again. That was, clearly it fell off the train tracks. You know, I do feel there's a slight bit of karma there, because as I came back to Batman myself, RiYAN was like, change 1-1 strats! And after I changed 1-1 strats, the second jetpack guy on the screen, he just literally messed with me, so... Normal Syndrome, thank you for that donation, I appreciate that. And go check out Normal Syndrome, that was their first marathon run. It's always kind of cool to see when people do that for the first time. But thank you. So yeah, entering 1-2 again, we have literally... Okay, we'll just, hopefully that goes better. Yeah, no, we're actually gonna race me and Dexter in Batman. Yeah, you see, like, it's awful. The jetpack guys are really bad, and I completely understand the frustration of doing this in a race setting when it comes to the jetpack guys in particular. Just because you're on a very strict global and they're either going to fly into you and it just ruins everything. So I assume the rest of the run, like knock on wood, will be perfectly fine obviously after this. But still. So yeah, we have the Moth, and the Moth is kind of frustrating too because he is based, of course, he is based partially on... Okay. Okay, we got him. He's based on position, but he's also based on global. And this is where it's going to be really tricky, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, because normally when you're running this game, you want to enter, based on the live split timer that's currently on screen, at 3:32, 3:31, or 3:33, depending how fast you can get to the boss door from the beginning of the game. It basically requires running level 2 absolutely perfectly. So in this case, we're going to get some whack entry, where we're going to get an equally weird pattern. I don't know, you know, like how high RiYAN knows the patterns too, but I guess we'll see when we get there. Oh yeah, no, it'll probably be the Joker glitch kill for sure. Like runs like this, it's like always the thing. When it matters, you miss the thing, and then of course afterwards, you absolutely get the Joker glitch every single time. But as I was gonna say, before RiYAN reset, RiYAN actually beat Endy's record, so you should all go check out RiYAN. He's extremely good at this game, and this is just one of those things, like, Batman, as good of a speedrun as it is, especially now at this level, I have so much to say. Like, the global timer really screws people over in a really optimized way. And it's super, super, super annoying, especially when you're doing kind of like sub 950 paces, which RiYAN currently has a 946, which is obscene. And yeah, so we're about 12 seconds behind, which means I'm assuming he's going to enter, I don't know, maybe according to him, I guess we'll see actually, 340 something, 340. Depends on, I guess, the strats that he does here too. But yeah, I don't. So like normally you kind of remember being a Batman runner, like 333, the pattern you're gonna get, 334, 335, and so forth. But I think after like 338, most people don't really know anymore. So we'll see if he can kind of adjust to this pattern, which is going to be 343. I don't know. Oh, okay, there's a top shot. There's two top shots. So yeah, jumping into the shot is like pretty good, but that was actually a pretty good boss kill. So entering 3-3, or 3, level 3 rather, we have these jumper guys. If anybody's ever played this casually, it's like these guys suck. Probably the worst enemy in the entire game. Yeah, it actually was pretty good. Okay. So RiYAN actually kind of like pioneered these pause strats, and I was saying that one of the times that I was streaming. I think that they are one of the worst strats that were added to Batman, but at the same time they're actually one of the best strats that were added to Batman, because basically if you see him pause, he's getting rid of bad global cycles. And there's absolutely no way in this game anymore, if you're running it as optimized as RiYAN, that you can literally beat some of the globals. Like, this is a really weird game where the global timer doesn't work. And it doesn't work in the sense, like, as fast as you can go, you're not always going to get the best patterns. So a way around that is pausing, because if you pause, the global in the background still runs. So an interesting strat here that RiYAN does is he leaves that ammo behind, and it'll actually spawn a green guy up here, so he has to deal with this guy that's normally not up there. And I never liked that strat just because it literally spawns that extra guy. It also lags the screen if you have to use double dirks on the guys below, but it is technically like 0.3 faster, I think, than the previous strat that I was doing. So it's so weird that, again, I guess like some enemy respawns are like tied to the items that drop on the ground or not. But coming up here, we're entering level 3 boss. Depending, I think he's just gonna go for the standard kill. There's kind of been a runner named Time Leaper and Stans. Yeah, okay. They kind of updated the kill, so they save like 0.2. This is a safer way to do it, but it's still very fast and it only loses like 0.2. So he's actually kind of an annoying boss too, that you can jump around. So best RNG off the start, that was the pattern that you want to see in 4-1. Always good to see. And that's an awkward thing, because that guy will probably hit the heels of Batman. Oh man, he outran him! What a legend. Man, that's so annoying when that guy's like that. So yeah, another pause, that literally eliminated him from jumping again. So the rest of the runs you can see went pretty good after level 1 actually. So of course it's just like one of those runs. Okay, not too bad. Weirdly enough, 4-2 is kind of one of the easier screens in the game. But as Andy used to say, you know, like a lot can go wrong here, and there's a lot of ways that you could just like suddenly lose time. It's really weird, I feel, because like 4-2 is easier than I think most of the screens in this game, but it's between 4-1, which is one of the hardest screens to learn, and then 4-3, which is also one of the hardest screens to learn. So it's also worth pointing out here, RiYAN stopped to kill some enemies. He really wants ammo. 14 is absolutely not enough for the end game, or this screen in particular, and of course he's going to get a bonus point. So entering here, nope. Okay, so he's really gonna have some issues later on. So there's a couple more enemies that he can kill, but they basically all need to drop ammo. So hopefully that was ammo. Hopefully this next spike car coming up is ammo. Otherwise the stairs are gonna be kind of awkward and we'll have to jump through. Man, they're just... no, the game is saying no. Yeah, like what? This is gonna be a very interesting... No, man. Come on, game. Like, literally. I don't think there's anything else you can do there. The game is just saying no. Amazingly, you don't need a huge amount of ammo for the cubes. You just need 6 coming up for the next screen, so like level 5. So ideally you use like 6 here and then 3 again, so he's conserving a couple right there. Okay, good cube kill. So he really needs 6 going into 5-1, so as long as that happens, he's fine. So there you go. And oddly enough, you need 6, because coming up here, after you punch this guy, you'll use 6 ammo, literally right here. And if you don't have 6, this is like a massive lag section. It's so dumb. Of course, the ammo that he didn't collect is like the only one that dropped there. So, we're just gonna be punching some fools. What's up, numbers? Alright, so the climb itself isn't too bad. This is Batman on the NES, the Pokemon Invaders. So, opting to do the old-fashioned strats, he didn't want to waste health there or take damage. Okay, nice jumps. Those are actually pixel-perfect jumps in theory. You have 4 different pixels that you can jump from, and they require 4 different jump heights. So there is damage buffer strats that you can do. So actually this, again, wasn't the worst ending either. Batman on a smart pitch. Yeah, the NES version is a really hard game. So this is Firebug. We want to be a little bit careful here. Oh man, okay. So the reason we want to be a little bit careful is RiYAN's ammo was low, and I am absolutely convinced that killing Firebug with almost no ammo is like one of the hardest things in the game. Like oh yeah, okay. I think he's just gonna take the death. It's almost impossible. Like, it's actually almost impossible. It creates borderline a softlock situation, in the sense where I could probably at this point do whatever strat in Batman close to like 100 out of 100 times, but if you're punching Firebug like this, it's like maybe 3 out of 100 for me. So the fact that he died on Firebug is kind of rough, because I think he had like 13 ammo when he died, and to kill Firebug you usually need about like 23 or so. So that's a rough situation for sure to be in like a no reset setting. There's not much that you can do there. I really do think that's like the hardest thing in Batman, is like fist only Firebug. And of course, even after dying, there's like no ammo whatsoever. It's just one of those things, you know? Alright, we got 12! Like, the game is showing some mercy finally. Alright, so falling there. Oh, that actually didn't despawn the guy. Okay, interesting. Usually if you fall down there, that's kind of like an old pacifist strat where you can despawn the robots, but apparently he fell in such a way that it didn't despawn anything. So 18 ammo really, again, isn't... we want one more. Okay, that was good. Alright. We're fine. We're fine. I actually ran this at General Andrews, like, dream races. Oh man. Okay. Oh no. Like exact situation again. Oh man. It's so bad if this happens, like you have no idea. I was gonna say, I ran this at Andrews, and it's the exact same thing that happened to me. Not with Firebug, but my PB is, what, 9:52, and I finished with like an 11:18. So like sometimes Batman be like that. Alright, interesting strat here. I've actually never seen that before. So the worst thing about Firebug is, okay, I think it might be a little bit botched now, is what makes him so difficult to kill fist only is you basically need to punch him 3 times every single time before you take a hit yourself if you want to do like fist only strats. And that's really hard. So even if you punch like 3 times in a row and you end up killing him like that, I think you still need to get like 4 punches a couple of times because he ends up having 90 health, and it's just really bad math. Like, you basically need a couple of punches to hit extra, so... I think, like, the weird thing about Firebug too is he's not completely random. Like, he's actually 100% coded in such a way that he responds to whatever you're doing. So the more that you jump around and the more that you do stuff, he just like completely reacts to you. So there's no RNG there. But I don't know what the intended way was. I'd be really curious, you know, like when they coded in Firebug, what they really wanted the player to do. Because he really is a jerk in that kind of way. Just because there's not really like a set strat that you do casually. He's 100% reactionary to whatever you're doing. But I guess that's a good thing because there's multiple different ways that you can kind of like stun lock him or make him jump around so he loops. No, as I just literally said, Firebug is, well, I mean, like there's part of him on the global. But hopefully we see, okay, smart, we're just gonna take the death before we waste our ammo. What makes Firebug really annoying too is after you die, he has a different pattern. Usually he throws a fireball. Okay, we're just going to be excessively safe, apparently. I'm just not even gonna try. Oddly, okay. Alright, he's dead. That's all that matters. We killed him! Alright, so this is Joker. I guarantee, Joker glitched maybe. It's possible. Oh! It was the right frame, it was just the wrong frame. Alright, GG, GG, Ryan. That was a unique... Anything you want to say? Just...
what was the time?
15:41.
Oh yeah! sub 20. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. That was one of... that actually might be one of the worst marathon showings I think ever. That's just...
Yeah, remember when I said sub 10, definitely?
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen.
That's okay. As I said, I literally ran this like 2 days ago. Even though my PB in 9:52 was almost literally from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm getting 11:18. So like I get it. It's just sometimes it's just like that. Like it's bad. This game is unforgiving.
Yeah. I did worse than you at GDQ though. That's.
I know. That's like the standard now. Like 11:18 or 11:16 is like the worst. So now we up the ante by a lot. Like 15:41. It's given to people a lot of cushions and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Well, it's alright. It's alright. I had fun.
Still, definitely go check out Ryan. He absolutely is good at this game. I promise. And
Definitely. Trust me. Please.
He has a 946 somehow. But yeah, it's one of those games. So I get it. Marathon, it's just not a great game.
Well, I better get going now because I'm sure we're a bit late now.
Probably, but we have Sammy to help us. So,
All right.
all right,
Well,
sounds good.
thanks for having me, Dave. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, go check out Dave if if you don't follow him already, do that. He's a great guy. See you,
Equally for
everyone.
Ryan. But
Oh, thanks, Dave.
no problem.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys.